All right, well, good morning again, 8th grade. We are moving right along here in chapter 10. This is lesson 10.3, and we're going to be focusing on finding the volume of spheres, which are essentially like a soccer ball or a basketball, a baseball. Those are all sphere shaped. Okay, so when you would envision a sphere, think tennis ball, volleyball, basketball, soccer ball. Those are all spheres. Okay. So, round your answer to the nearest tenth. Now, the first thing we need to make sure you know is what the formula is for volume of a sphere. Volume equals 4 over 3 pi times radius cubed. That's the formula that we're going to be utilizing today. We're also going to be bringing in some previous formulas when we do some composite figures, but this is going to be our core focus here, finding the volume of spheres. So, find the volume of the sphere, round your answer to the nearest tenth. So, I forgot to grab my calculator. Let me grab that so we can have that here as we do these. All right, so let's look at number 1. All right, and I'm pulling the calculator out here. If this is the formula we're using, okay, 4 to the power of 3 times pi times radius cubed. So we know we're going to use 4 to the power of 3, 4 over 3. Now, since we're using a fraction, 4 over 3, if you actually go and do, and I'm only going to do this once to make the point, 4 divided by 3, we're going to get a repeating decimal, 1.3333333333. So we're going to use 4 over 3, which means, okay, that for pi, I want you to use 22 over 7, all right? And then we can just convert things back into a decimal for the purpose of rounding them to the nearest tenth. I don't really want us to be doing fractions times decimals. That starts to get a little weird. Okay, then times radius cubed. Well, our radius is 2, so let's just go ahead and start this formula. Let's go 2 y to the power of x, 3. That shows we want a 3 as an exponent. It equals 8. So times 8. So we're going to go to our calculator, 4 over 3 times 22 over 7 times 8. So here we go. We're going to go 4 over 3, okay, times 22 over 7 times 8 equals, so we get 33 and 11 over 21. I'm going to go here, make sure I'm looking at the right place. I'm going to go, I know it's going to be second function, then function, fraction to decimal right here, or vice versa. 33.52523800952. Okay, we're going to round it to the nearest tenth. So we look at the 2, which is in the hundredths place. The 5 is in the tenths place. The 2 is in the hundredths place. The 2 tells us to round down and keep the 5 a 5. So we end up with 33.5 millimeters cubed. All right, so that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, that's not too hard to do. All right, let's look at a second one. All right, same formula. Volume equals 4 over 3 times pi times r to the power of 3. So once again, it's going to be, we're going to use 4 over 3. We're going to use 22 over 7 for pi. 16 now is our diameter. So remember, when we know the diameter, we have to cut it in half to get the radius, because the formula calls for radius to the power of 3. 16 divided by 2 is 8, so I want to do 8 to the power of 3. Going to come here to my calculator, 8 y to the power of x, 3 equals 512. All right, so it's going to be times 512. All right, so let's enter this into our calculator now. 4 over 3 times 22 over 7 times 512. 4 over 3 times 22 over 7 times 512 equals some crazy long number there, but we want to convert it to a decimal, so we're going to press second function. We're going to press our fraction to decimal button, and we've got 2,145.52381, and they may have converted that into a decimal already. Let's see. I'm just curious. They may have not even. Yeah, they don't even bother. Okay, it doesn't even change. You notice when we go second function, convert 2,145.52381. Okay, so basically now we're going to take that take that 5 in the tens place. We're going to look at the 2. The 2 is going to tell us to round down. 2,145.5. So it's going to be 2,145.5 feet